What's good, YouTube family? It's been a minute, and I know how much y'all love these, so we got a good one today. This first two is from my boy CEO Matty J. Y'all go check him out on Instagram. He be having a lot of good shit. Let's start it.
You end up popping your balloon.
Yeah, in my experience, business women come with masculine energy and masculine traits. That's just in my experience, and that don't really mix well. I'm more attracted to like the softness and the femininity in the woman. But
You're assuming. You just said you assume. You don't want me to be out here making money? We live in capitalism.
I said, in my experience,
Okay, so you're just
Yeah.
going, you live in the past, not the
no,
present.
it's like this interaction right here. Like that's a masculine interaction right here.
Oh, you want somebody to be not talking, but
No,
you just want to.
no, you can ask me questions and
Yeah, that's
whatnot.
what I do.
When you see businessmen and business going on out here, it's usually men around the table. It's not too many women around the table, and if there is a woman around the table, she has to get in that space where that man is at. So that means you got to bring that masculine energy out.
Gotta get this money, honey. Gotta get this money.
Now, is he someone that's your type?
He is someone that I would call to do electric work at my house.
You end up popping your balloon.
Damn. Okay, so I'm gonna go back and play that again. The reason why I wanted to just pause it right there or just restart it is because I don't believe that that was really a masculine experience, from her. I feel like everything she was saying was quite reasonable. Like we are in crazy, harsh, unstable financial and economic times, and I feel like you have to be aware of that because it's all around us everywhere. I don't believe also whatever a woman is doing outside of the household or what she's doing when it comes to business, finances, or economics or her craft or trade, career, whatever. I don't believe any of that trumps what position a man is in her life if he is that man. I don't believe that that makes a difference. And the reason why I say this, and this is just based on my experience, I feel like if you come and show up and do what you're supposed to do, and you know what you're supposed to do, and really set that foundation, then she gonna fall in line regardless. I'm not saying that you have to be like Trick Daddy, pay all the bills. I'm not saying that you even have to be, like anything that society is telling you to be. Whatever program it is that you are setting up, because it's your program, it's your foundation, it's your structure. If she's with it, she's going to fall in line. It doesn't matter what she's doing in her career or her business or what position she's playing, like for finances. Because at the end of the day, you still set the structure and the foundation for what is going on. You get what I mean? Men are electric, women are magnetic. If you charged up and you spark, she's going to be attracted to you and she's going to revolve around whatever it is you doing. You get what I mean? So I do understand where he's coming from because it is true that women have to be more aggressive and they have to be a different type of way in business because that is the game of business. But 2 points on that. One, that is the game in business. However, the game of business and business dynamics have shifted. And because of how most business is monetized and pushed out there, it is more aesthetically appealing for women because they're visual and they are so their thought process when it comes to administration, those type of things when it comes to order and organizing, that hive mind mentality that a lot of women have, they dominate in this era, of business. That's why like a lot of women content creators, like OnlyFans, you get what I mean? Like it's just made for them. For men, if you are like sparked up, you're going to stand out because it's harder for men to, you feel me, dominate in this current economic space, where we are when it comes to content creation. Now, if you're on the back end when it comes to like AI dealing with the tech or, but when it comes to the face, being the face, yeah, they got that all set up. But yeah, I'm gonna play it again. Y'all tell me hang on, am I tripping?
You end up popping your balloon.
Yeah, in my experience, business women come with masculine energy and masculine traits.
Okay, that's
That's
true.
just in my
But it's true. But did you get them to turn it down? You get what I mean? Did they turn them traits down, you feel me, when they was in your presence? You feel me? When you were interacting with them? Or was it one thing that you had to be consistent with and keep checking? A lot of times men don't want to do the work of having to keep it in check. But you're going to always have to do that work when you're dealing with a woman. You're going to always have to keep your program in check, your routine in check. It's like you being a drill sergeant. A lot of women need discipline and structure. Women who are more business orientated need less discipline and structure because they have that discipline and structure for certain things. So you need that in business, but you still have to be more disciplined and structured to her and structure her still. It still is the same thing. It just requires a little more. It requires a little of a higher level, but it's not impossible to do, and they still will fall in place. And that's just my theory. This is my personal opinion, but I'm a wacky crazy man. Don't listen to me.
experience, and that don't really mix well. I'm more attracted to like the softness and the femininity in the woman.
But that's his preference.
But
You're assuming.
That is true. He is assuming because she can still be soft. And it is some business women who are very soft and feminine. They operate differently. They thought process may understand business on a masculine level, but they still have control from practice, and they know how to operate in their femininity.
You just said you assume. You don't want me to be out here making money? We live in capitalism.
This is true.
I said, in my experience,
Okay, so you're just
Yeah.
going, you live in the past, not
I
the
no,
present.
it's like this interaction right.
but she wasn't lying. She said she lived in the past. So his experiences is the past, not the right now. Now, she said that was a masculine interaction, but I don't know. I think she was just being funny, unless that is considered as a masculine interaction.
Right here, like that's a masculine interaction right here.
That's
You
wild.
want somebody to be not talking.
Mm.
You just,
I don't know.
No, you can ask me questions and
Yeah, that's
whatnot.
what I do.
When you see businessmen and business going on out here, it's usually men around the table. It's not too many women around the table, and if there is a woman around the table, she has to get in that space where that man is at. So that means you got to bring that masculine energy out.
gotta get this money, honey. Gotta get this money.
Now, is he someone
I think that was true. But let's see.
that's your type?
He is someone that I will call to do electric work at my house.
You end up popping your
Oh man, she was trying to clown. But yeah. Okay, so that's the first one. Y'all let me know. Now this is the second one. Now the reason why I played that one first, because this one is going to go into it. I'm not going to speak too much on it because it's a long video, but it explains marriage and it explains relationships and how they really work. And when you think about this is not just relationships for, like intimacy and who you build in your life with, but also when it comes to business and when it comes to your partners and, friendships too. This is relationships, the key of relationships.
Marriage is the only contract where you promise forever based on how you felt when brain chemistry was making you temporarily insane. You're making a lifetime decision during the phase when you're least qualified to make rational decisions.
Bingo.
I'm about to explain what marriage actually is, what makes it work, and why most people struggle. No romantic nonsense, just honest breakdown of what you're signing up for. Here's what marriage actually is at its core. It's a legal and social contract where two people agree to build a shared life together while navigating constant change in themselves, each other, and their circumstances. That's it. Everything else is optional cultural additions. Notice what's not in that definition. Eternal happiness, constant romance, never being attracted to anyone else, automatic compatibility. These are myths that destroy marriages because people think something's wrong when reality doesn't match the fantasy. Marriage isn't finding your soulmate and living happily ever after. Marriage is choosing a compatible partner and then both of you working daily to maintain friendship, intimacy, and shared purpose while your bodies age, your interests change, your careers evolve, and life throws curveballs at you constantly. Most people spend more time planning their wedding day than understanding what marriage actually requires. They focus on the party and ignore the partnership. This is like focusing on your graduation ceremony while ignoring that you'll need actual job skills afterward. Here's the first truth about marriage nobody tells you. You're not marrying one person. You're marrying multiple versions of that person across decades.
Bingo. That's so major.
The person you marry at 25 isn't who they'll be at 35, 45, or 65. People change careers, develop new interests, go through health issues, experience loss, and evolve psychologically. Successful marriage requires repeatedly choosing the new versions of your partner as they emerge. Some couples grow together, others grow apart. The difference isn't luck. It's whether both people are actively working to stay connected through change.
That is so key. And again, that's the same thing with business. And it's the same thing when it comes to your life. Like the relationship you have with yourself.
Second truth that saves marriages. Marriage is 3 relationships in one, and all 3 need regular maintenance. There's the friendship, the romantic partnership, and the business partnership. Most couples only maintain 1 or 2 and wonder why the marriage feels incomplete. The friendship is about enjoying each other's company, having fun together, and being each other's preferred person. When friendship dies, you become roommates who happen to be legally bound. The
Man.
romantic partnership is about physical intimacy, emotional connection, and keeping the spark alive through intentional effort. When romance dies, you become friends without benefits. The business partnership is about managing money, household responsibilities, parenting decisions, and life logistics as a team. When this fails, resentment builds from unequal burdens. You need all 3. Just friendship becomes boring. Just romance becomes shallow. Just business becomes transactional.
We right now, our society is big on this business transactional type of relationships right now. Like a lot of the relationships, I say this and I see it all the time too. And I don't think I'm the only person that says it, but we are in a trick and hoe type of society when it comes to relationships. Like it is destroying us, like seriously. And people need to move beyond that and look at the other aspects. It's important, but it's not the only key.
The strongest marriages maintain all 3 dimensions continuously.
Bingo.
Third truth about marriage. Love is not enough.
Bingo.
Compatibility matters more than chemistry. Shared values matter more than shared hobbies.
Man.
Commitment matters more than feelings.
Woo.
Most marriages fail not because people stop loving each other, but because they're fundamentally incompatible in ways that daily life exposes over time.
Bingo.
You can love someone deeply and still be wrong for each other. Different financial values, different parenting styles, different life priorities, different communication patterns. These incompatibilities don't magically resolve through love. They create daily friction that wears down even strong feelings. This is why choosing your spouse is the most important decision you'll make. You're choosing your co-parent, financial partner, retirement companion, and the person who will make medical decisions for you when you can't. Choose based on compatibility for that reality, not just how they make you feel during the honeymoon phase. Fourth truth about successful marriage. It requires specific skills that most people don't have naturally.
Man.
Conflict resolution without attacking character.
That is big. Conflict resolution without attacking anyone's character or anyone in general is huge. Most people don't have that when it comes to themselves either. But this is major.
Emotional regulation during disagreements.
Major.
Clear communication about needs and expectations.
Major.
Compromise on things that matter to both of you.
Major.
Taking responsibility for your contribution to problems.
Major.
These aren't skills you're born with. They're learned abilities that require practice. The couples who
Facts.
stay happily married aren't lucky. They're skilled. They've learned how to fight fair, communicate clearly, repair after conflicts, maintain intimacy during stress, and adapt to change together. Fifth truth that prevents divorce. Marriage has predictable stages, and each stage has different challenges.
Bingo.
The first 2 years are adjustment to shared life. Years 3 to 7 involve establishing routines and possibly starting families. Years 8 to 15 often include career building and raising children. Later years involve empty nesting, health changes, and redefining connection. Each stage requires different things from you. Couples who think marriage should feel the same throughout struggle when it naturally changes. Understanding these stages prevents the mistake of thinking change means failure. Your marriage will feel different at year 10 than year 1. That's not a problem to fix. That's normal evolution. Here's the uncomfortable truth about marriage and happiness. Marriage doesn't make you happy. Happy people create happy marriages.
Facts.
Marriage is the only contract where you promise forever based on how you felt when brain chemistry was making you temporarily insane. You're making a lifetime decision during the phase when you're least qualified to make rational decisions. I'm about to explain what marriage actually is, what makes it work, and why most people struggle. No romantic nonsense, just honest breakdown of what you're signing up for.
Okay. Yeah, that was a good one. I don't think it went through all of it, but yeah, it was. That was good. That was good. I think a lot of people really need to understand what it is that they signing up for, and when they picking a partner, you got to really be considering more than just the mundane, immediate. You feel me? High. No, you got to go past that. It's deeper than that. All right, I got one more thing. This is to piggyback off of that. Charleston White was bring up a couple of things from him. Let's check it out.
We have any negotiation
Oh yeah, this was on the Poor Man's Podcast. Man, go ahead, go check them out.
power.
So repeat that. What's the
You think it's
question?
emotional response or because they see people's looks? What do you think they
Yes.
see
So also, yeah, correct. So that's what I feel personally. I feel it's also people are not emotionally intelligent, so they don't know how to express themselves. A lot of people,
Most people aren't even regular intelligent.
and
Man,
people
for
don't
real.
talk anymore. You know, it's all about the we could go out, link
vibes.
up, the vibes. Everybody want to go out. You know, we have to be doing something all the time. Nobody actually takes time out to get to know each other and to know what they're about, know what they're.
Can I interject?
Sure.
So in today's dating pool, nobody wants to court, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
So
Gavin Street.
so both the man and woman both feel entitled.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
So the woman feels entitled. When you meet me, you need to take me out, you spend all this money on me, and the guy said, okay, if I do that, I need something in return. I
Yeah.
need some sex.
Yep.
Some
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what ended up happening is it's almost like a prostitute and John type relationship in the dating world.
What did I say? We live in a trick and hoe society. It's really what it is, for real, for real.
Because
Everything's
think
transactional.
about this.
Yeah.
She said everything is transactional. I'm telling you, this is the mentality of majority on both sides.
Think about this.
When
Men leading with their pockets and women leading with their pussy. Let's see what he's saying. I'm gonna stop cutting them off.
when a woman meets a guy and she go tells her friends about this guy, how fine he is, first thing they want to know, well, girl, what do we do for a living?
Yeah.
What does he do?
Yeah.
How much money
How
does
much
he
he
make?
make?
Girl, what kind of car does he drive? They don't ask, well, what kind of man is
Yeah.
he?
Man,
That's not a question that they
Yeah.
ask.
man.
Yep.
You see what I'm saying?
Reality check.
So as men, when we're out trying to date, the woman, the lady, the bitch, the whore, the prostitute, the thot, the
Slut.
video vixen, all of them have on the same uniform.
Yep.
So how can you tell what's what when all
That's
of
true,
them have
too.
on the same uniform?
Exactly.
It's long eyelashes, print. So we don't know anymore.
Yeah.
So just to
I
your point,
agree.
Charleston, most of it's transactional.
Man.
And at the lowest common denominator, obviously there's girls online selling box, but at the highest level, it's hidden in plain sight because you're right. They're nurses, they're creators.
Yeah.
They're just saying, you know what? I need to be paid for my time to chill with you.
I think dating
Bingo.
became super transactional because people aren't dating to build a relationship and a family anymore. People are dating for lust. It seems like building a family with this person seems to be the last thing on people's minds when they're dating nowadays.
They not dating for lust. They dating to get their bills paid.
When historically speaking, that was the whole point. When you date because you're trying to find out if this person could potentially be a good father or a mother to your kids, you just date differently and you look for different things. If you a
Facts.
man, don't get me wrong, how she looks matters, but how she carries herself and what she thinks about certain things matter more when you're looking for the potential mother of your children versus just somebody that you're going to be sleeping with. And
Niggas be game goofy and they don't care about or think about that.
obviously, because pregnancy is hard and it puts women in a very vulnerable place. When you're dating men and you're looking for a potential father to your children, you're not going to be dating based on how much money he can give you. You're going to be dating for things like stability and morality. Because if
They don't care about that. They only care about the money.
you're a woman that actually prioritizes your family and values what your children may become, you understand that having a father in your children's life is the number one determining factor for your kids' success. And
Man.
money isn't a good predictor on if a man is going to stick around, but morality is. So if
Bingo.
you're dating for thrills and excitement, you're never going to find a good man because a good man is stable, which is boring. A good man is peaceful, which is boring. A good man is consistent, which is boring. So yeah, dating has become...
I ain't gonna say it'd be boring. You gotta know how to spice it up for sure, in all kinds of ways. But you're right. You do have to be those things. Those are the foundation. But it doesn't have to be boring.
so transactional because people aren't dating to build families anymore. They're dating for lust and excitement.
It's what
We
they're
take it-
Okay, let me fast forward because it was another part. One more part. Boom. Let's see.
Send me a letter or call the
Time.
FBI or call me.
So she said
Take
something.
him out of jail.
She said something very interesting. She said, people are deceptive these days. Men have always been deceptive.
True.
Man.
Right. So when you look at the STD statistics, and you say why are they so high, it's not because of men. It's because women are easier. Because men have always been men. Men have always. You see what I'm saying? Those stats are high. It's because women have become easier.
Yeah.
Never in history have women been this easy.
That's
Never.
a valid point, but I don't know if the women necessarily became easier. We have social media, we have more exposure now.
Yeah,
There
yeah,
are
that
ways
means
that you
yeah,
can
yeah,
monetize,
hold on,
like you can monetize that.
I know I may be older,
STDs
but
on
right now-
statistics.
Well, that's why, historically speaking, you were supposed to get married before you gave it up. Because what easier way to know if a man actually wants to be with you and actually likes you than him choosing to marry you? Now that it's so easy.
This is true. This is very true. But I just wanted to play that. Y'all go check out this video, man. It was pretty good. It's on the Poor Man's Podcast. Yeah, I'm curious on what y'all think about these videos y'all seen, man. I need to know. What do y'all think? All right, I'll catch y'all on the next one, man. Love y'all. Peace.